Hello everyone, my name is Pranil Deva. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering from St. Martin's Engineering College. I am going to explain about cloud computing today. So, this is the topic of cloud computing. So, we are going to explain the topics on introduction of cloud computing, then the benefits of cloud computing, cloud service models and the types, and the cloud deployment models. So, first of all, coming to the cloud computing, we need to know about what is cloud. So, coming to cloud, cloud itself tells that it is the network. It is the network. Here, there are two servers. One is the remote server and another is the local server. The internet in the remote server plays a major role in the cloud computing. So, it can store the data, it can process the data, and it can manage the data in the cloud. So, here the cloud, in the cloud, it can store, it can manage, and it can process. So, three things are happening. So, here the local server is not being dependent on the cloud. So, next, what are the cloud service providers? Here, coming to the cloud, there will be a customer. Customers plays a major role, and customers are nothing but a users. Here, what are they using? Like laptop, mobiles, and personal computers, PCs. So here, these are connected to the cloud. How they are connected? They are connected to internet. Here, the third party users are playing the major role. So the third party users are nothing but cloud service providers. So these are the playing the major role. So cloud service providers are playing the major role. So what are the things they are using? So in the cloud service providers, they are using, first one is the IaaS. IaaS is nothing but infrastructure as a service. In infrastructure as a service, users used to host the cloud. And second one is platform as a service. So the platform is being provided. So here it is used to build the users. So third one is software as a service, SaaS. So in software as a service, it is used to build the software. So software as a service, it is used to build the software. So another feature also there, that is the serverless computing, which is the function as a service. So this is the new feature. So it comes under cloud. So next, what is cloud computing? So cloud computing. Cloud computing is nothing but it is the delivery. It is the delivery of cloud services, which is nothing but the cloud services, which is nothing but the servers, the storage, the networking, the databases, and the analytic part. So these all services is being transferred to the internet through the form of cloud, through local remote networks with the help of cloud service providers. So this is nothing but cloud computing. So in the cloud computing, there are of two kinds, that is on-demand computing and another one is pay-as-you-go. In on-demand computing, that is the physical hardware. Physical hardware is being purchased by the third-party user, and the user can access the security, the control, and the policy, everything, the server. The user can access. So he without the physical infrastructure. So next, pay as you go. So whatever thing we are using, for that thing only the user need to pay, and remaining he can reduce the IT cost. So second point is pay as you go. And next, what are the benefits of cloud computing? So there are actually three benefits. The first one is scalability. Scalability, it can be up and down. So the resources, the cloud resources, which are the servers and the storages, which can be of high or of low. So as you need, which are of your need, they can be scalable. And next one is security. In cloud computing, the security is of a heavy. The security is heavy. So in cloud computing, the technologies and protocols used in cloud computing are much, and the customer's data is being protected much needed. So next one comes under cost efficiency. So in the cloud computing, the cost efficiency is much less. It is that the business used to expense in expensive, so the hardware and the software which are of highly expensive can be reduced with the help of cloud computing. And next one is accessibility. So anyone can access the data with the help of internet everywhere. So next, what are the types of cloud computing? So there are basically four types, but the important part is three types. So first one is infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service is that it provides infrastructure. It provides infrastructure and performs basic computing services. The basic computing services are nothing but the servers, the storage, and the networking part is being done by the infrastructure as a service. So the examples of infrastructure as a service are nothing but the Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, that is the Elastic Cloud Computing, the Elastic Cloud. So it comes under infrastructure as a service. In the infrastructure as a service, the users used to host. And next, platform as a service. In the platform as a service, it provides platform. It provides platform for the development and deployment of the applications and softwares. So for the applications and softwares, and including tools and frameworks, and also the external environment. So these are the platform as a service. And the example for platform as a service is a Google Engine app or Azure app. And next one is the software as a service. So the software as a service is nothing but it is completely based on subscription basis. So the users can use the software. He need not need to install and update the software. He just need to access the software, which depends on the software as a service. And the example for the software is the Google Workspace and the Microsoft Office 365. So these are the types of cloud computing. And another one is function as a service. So the function as a service is that it is another name for serverless service, serverless computing. So there is no need of the user to look after the server. It needs to have the backend code. The server providers need to provide a backend code to produce the event, and the servers will automatically operate. So function as a service, the example for it is AWS Lambda. So these are the examples. And coming to the infrastructure as a service example, just think of renting a server room so that you can have complete control over the infrastructure, and you are responsible for managing the software and the security. And the examples are Elastic Cloud and the Google Compute Engine. And next one is a platform as a service. It is just like a pre-built kitchen. So all of the developing apps and the deploying applications are being built. So the application developer comes under platform as a service. So example is Microsoft Azure and Google Apps Service. And next one is software as a service. Here it is just like ordering a meal. ordering a meal to a restaurant, just you need to subscribe the software and just we need to access the software. Example is Google Workspace and Microsoft Office 365. And coming to next topic is, this is the most important topic, that is cloud deployment models. So the cloud deployment models are basically of three types. The first one is public cloud. So public cloud is nothing but the cloud resources, that is the software that and the storages and the servers, these which are being accessed by the cloud providers, cloud service providers, they are being easily accessed by the overall public. Entire public can access the public cloud. In the public cloud, there is less security and less control and less customizable features are there in the public cloud. And next comes private cloud. Private cloud is nothing but it is the entire cloud computing organization is being controlled over single organization, that is the single company takes over the entire computing feature. So in the private cloud, the privacy and the security and the control and the customization features, everything it is more compared to public cloud. So in the private cloud, the examples are VMware and Azure Stack and OpenStack. These are the examples of a private cloud. And coming to the public cloud, the examples are as well Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure and Google Platform Cloud. And coming to the hybrid cloud, this is most important cloud. It is the combination. It is a combination of the first private cloud and the public cloud. So the both features combined to form a hybrid cloud. In the hybrid cloud, the applications and the data is being combined and being shared with the help of a technology, and it is being formed a hybrid cloud. So the example for hybrid cloud is Azure Hybrid Cloud or Google Agnos. They call it as Google Agnos, and they are of two two more kinds. That is the community cloud, and another kind is community cloud, and another kind is that it starts with the um, community cloud. So community cloud, it is the most important cloud. It comes under government organizations and healthcare centers and financial sectors. So the computing features, it depends on shared computing software or shared computing infrastructure, and it completely depends on governance features and governance security. So example for it is government computing organizations, uh, computing cloud, and another one is healthcare sectors, healthcare community clouds. So these are the cloud deployment models. So next, coming to public cloud. So public cloud, it is third party vendors access over the internet. They offer scalability, cost effectiveness and flexibility. So here I told you that Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, so three important companies plays a major role in public cloud. So everyone can access the public cloud. So next is the private cloud. So private cloud is a single organization and hosted on a infrastructure, so it has enhanced security and control and compliances on the internet. And next, hybrid cloud. So in hybrid cloud, there are four important features, that is the best of both worlds. So it has the private and the public cloud, it has flexible deployment, and it has cost effectiveness. So the cost effectiveness of the hybrid cloud is much lesser than the private and the public cloud, and it has enhanced security. So the security measures and the security features and the sensitive data, everything, it is of high end. So this is of a hybrid cloud. So next, coming to service oriented architecture. So in service oriented architecture, there are four features. First one is decoupled services, and second feature is loose coupling. Third feature, reusability, interoperability. So it is a service oriented architecture. It breaks down applications into services, allowing for flexibility and scalability. So it breaks down for much flexible and for much scalable for up and down resources. So next, loose coupling. So they are of loosely coupled, and meaning they can interact without depending on each other's internal implementations. So it has of loose coupling. And next, it can be reusable. So service oriented architecture can reuse. We can reuse it, and we can also it can also be interoperated. So it can be operated internally. Okay. So I'll tell you in briefly about the cloud service models. So you can explain it in briefly. So starting, it would be a pyramid model. So basic, there would be infrastructure as a service. So in the infrastructure as a service, the users used to host the data in, and there here network and infrastructure architects. Infrastructure. So here network and infrastructure architecture plays a major role, and this is the base for the service models. So this is nothing but service model of cloud computing. So next is the platform as a service. So in platform as a service, the developers, the application so the application developers plays a major role, and here it used to consume data. And next, software as a service. In software as a service, the end users plays a major role. End users. Here it used to build the data. So this is the service models. So in software as a service, I told you that the software is being subscribed. So there's no need of updating and installing the software. So just the user need to subscribe the software and need to access it. And in the platform as a service, it provides a platform for the development and for the deployment of applications and softwares. So in platform as a service, the application developers plays a major role. And in infrastructure as a service, the architects, the network and the infrastructure architects plays a major role. And first, it hosts, and second, it consumes, and third, it builds. And later, this would be transferred to the consumer. Transferred to the consumer or user or users. So this is the basic architecture of service models. And next, coming to deployment models. So what are the deployment models? There are three basic deployment models. First is the public cloud. So I told you in the public cloud, the public plays a major role. So the users and the cloud services, the cloud resources. What are the cloud resources? Cloud resources are nothing but the servers, the storage, and the networking. So these all being accessed by the third party users. Third party users are the cloud providers. The cloud providers, and they are easily accessed by the entire public. So who can access? The entire public can access the public cloud. Entire public. So in public cloud, they are of less security, and less control. Because it is easily accessed by the entire public. So second one is private cloud. So private cloud is nothing but it is the cloud architecture or the cloud organization which is being accessed by the single cloud. So it is so the organization has the total access on the entire cloud community of the private cloud. So only the single organization can access. No one can access the private cloud. So it has the more security and more control and more customizable feature So this comes under private cloud. So next, what is public, private, and third one is hybrid cloud. So in the hybrid cloud, it is just a combination of public and private cloud. So in public plus private, both combines to form hybrid cloud. So here the both organization features, both the applications and both the softwares which are being exchanged, the data and the organization features are being exchanged with the private cloud. So private cloud has much more security, has much more control and much more customizable feature. So these are the deployment models. An example for public is AWS, Amazon Web Services, and private cloud is VMware, OpenStack. So these are the much more examples. And coming to hybrid, Azure hybrid cloud. And coming to next part, that is the multi-core technology. So here it is the power of the multi-core technology. It is before we used to study about single core, dual core, triple core, and so on. But in multi-core, it has more than octa-core like that. So in multi-core, first feature is it increases the performance. The performance is being increased by parallel processing and boosting application. It means that speed and efficiency is being increased, and second, the responsiveness is being enhanced. It can handle the multiple tasks concurrently and no lag, and improving overall responsiveness can be enhanced. Next, parallel processing. Parallel processing is nothing but you can access both the tasks at a time. And next, improved power efficiency. So by the help of multi-core technology, which means it has the high power, so the power is being reduced. So power efficiency is being improved in the multi-core technology, and the consumption and the waste and the heat generation is being reduced. So that is the power of a multi-core technology. And next, last and final is what are the, Web 2.0 and Web 3.0. So these comes under cloud computing features. So in Web 2.0, it comes under user generated content. The user generated content is nothing but the social media posts and social media devices like YouTube and Facebook comes under Web 2.0. And in Web 2.0, cloud based services also comes under Web 2.0. And next, in Web 3.0, the IoT, Internet of Things integration and the mobile integration comes under. And last but not least, in Web 3.0, the artificial intelligence and machine learning comes into it. And next, we go to the video, and I'll explain about the short brief introduction about the cloud computing and its basic features about the deployment models. Okay, now I'm showing the video, a short description about the cloud deployment models and the cloud service models on the cloud computing. So the cloud service models and cloud deployment models, they are perfectly powerful and they're perfectly versatile. So first, coming to the definition of cloud computing, it is the delivery of cloud computing services such as software, such as the storage and the servers. So these are comes under service models. So the application layer, the servers as a layer, infrastructure as a layer, desktop as a layer, and last is the infrastructure as a layer. So these are the, so in the infrastructure as a layer, the infrastructure is being rented. So no need of owning the infrastructure. So the cost effectiveness is being reduced. So next comes under software as a layer. So in the software as a layer, it comes under the subscription model. So in the software as a layer, the software plays a major role, and next the applications and the organization which owns the applications will be accessed by the users. So these are the and the example for it is Salesforce and the Workspace, Google Space. And next is the deployment models. So deployment models are I told you, like public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. So these are completely owned by the third party providers, that is AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure, and Google Platform Cloud. So these are completely enhanced security, and it has completely control over the user, and it has cloud based provide models. So in this, the network, the SaaS, PaaS, as, and the community development models and the deployment models. So these comes under the conclusion of the video. So in the deployment models, the in the deployment models, the public cloud, the uh, uh, private cloud, and the hybrid cloud plays a major role and it has a more security features. So this is the video, and thank you everyone for listening to my lecture, and I thank you everyone.